Please welcome to the stage, representing the Mesa United Way. He's a resident and the CEO, Mr. Mark Young. Mark, come on up.
Good morning.
Welcome, sir. Good to have you here.
Good to be here.
So, Mesa United Way is in the middle of the workplace campaign. Tell us what that is, and what it's all about, and what can we do?
Sure. So we're actually just getting ready to start our next year workplace campaign. So that's been United Way's way of raising money to help folks in the community. So you go in the workplace, you run a campaign, people can take some dollars out of their paycheck. It comes to Mesa United Way. Then we have a group of community volunteers that vet agencies and programs and distribute those dollars. That's part of what we do, and we're proud of that work.
I think all of us have grown up with hearing the term United Way. It's kind of one of those terms that it's always been in our lexicon. What exactly do you guys do?
So the workplace campaign is the traditional United Way method of raising funds. And we continue to do that work. But we're also involved in a lot of initiatives trying to fill gaps where services aren't being rendered. So we run an initiative called Helen's Hope Chest that deals with foster children. We run the VITA program, which a couple of years ago, which is volunteer income tax assistance, exceedingly boring to talk about, but a couple of years ago, brought back about $6.5 million to the community through tax returns. We run a program called 12 Books, where we help kids with literacy. This last year, we opened up with the Chamber and Mesa Community College, the Mesa Veterans Resource Center. And Brian runs the Mesa Resource Center, so.
And, I wondered what that was.
Yeah, that's what it was. I thought a pterodactyl had come in. So, and we're expanding some of the work at Helen's, doing a program called Foster 360 to help kids transition out of foster care into normal life. So we're not only are we involved in raising money for all of the great work that goes on in Mesa, we're participating in that work through our own initiatives.
That's great. Well, if a business, I mean, look around, you got a lot of business owners here.
And if we don't run a campaign with you, you should call. We'd be happy to. Talk to Alicia.
Good. So how do they do that? They talk to Alicia?
Yeah, talk to Alicia. We'll come in, do all the work. It's a great way to support the community.
You know, homelessness, I know, is a topic that gets a lot of play, deservedly so. Tell us, what's the state of homelessness, not only in Mesa, but the Valley, and what are you guys doing to help?
Yeah, it's continuing to grow, not only in the Valley, but across the United States. So, you know, there's a lot of talk about the economy's great and everything's good, and there's no excuse for this, but the truth is, as the economy strengthens, rents go up, people who are underemployed can't afford rent, and so we find ourselves with more and more people on the street. LA in 1 year went from 25,000 homeless folks to 56,000 in 1 year. Wow. So along the West Coast and really all over America, that problem continues to grow. And I think we are concerned that those folks are lazy or panhandling or cheating, but the truth is there are a lot of folks out there that are working that can't afford a place to live, living in their car. The homeless representative for the schools has told us that last year in Mesa Public Schools, there was about 1,100 homeless children in the Mesa school system. So we've got a lot of work to do.
Wow, that is sad, and thank you for doing what you can to lower that number. It would be great if the United Way wasn't necessary.
Absolutely, that'd be best.
Would you work yourself right out of a job?
That would be spectacular.
Well, in the meantime, and back in the world of reality, thanks for doing everything that you're doing to try and decrease all these problems. Very briefly, talk about the children's literacy program. I know you mentioned that.
Sure, we run a program called 12 Books that helps kids with literacy through the 3rd grade, but we're also involved in the Mesa K-Ready program, which is the city, MPS, the Chamber, Mesa United Way, and some other local partners working to help 4-year-olds be prepared for kindergarten. Not just the kids, but their families, understanding that mom and dad are the first best teachers. So we're working to increase that program and help the schools have kids ready when they come to school.
That's great. Well, Mark, thank you for being a regular at Mesa Morning Live and a very active member of the Mesa Chamber, and for all you're doing at the United Way. How about a big round of applause for Mr. Mark Young?
Thank you,
sir.